Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. We are set for a good one. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A huge play right off the bat. 32 yards.
And the Steelers first down.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
On the ground, here's the Clemson product, Travis Etienne. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. The rookie from Georgia, Jalen Walker, in there for a loss of 5 on the sack. And now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Exiting the pocket right. Oh, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive. Jalen Walker. He has been an early disruptor. Already 2 sacks on this opening drive. So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer to punt, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start just inside the 20-yard line. Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. That is a big play for L.A. An even 40 yards. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Great. Hey, let's go. Trimmer.
This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target.
It's now 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down.
Great. Set.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. On the run to the right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Chargers. Touchdown number 9 for the year. The quarterback's there are so many stats we use to measure a good season. This is one of them. 30 touchdowns. That was number 30 on the year. Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. He's got it. Chargers will take a 7-0 lead.
Chargers 7, Steelers 0.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. The ball comes out. And it's recovered by one of his teammates.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From down near his goal line, he'll look to throw. That ball incomplete. With the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
He's got to do a better job using his eyes, Mike, and he's just not manipulating the defense at all by looking off the defenders. And at this level of ball, if you just continue to stare down your primary read, you're going to lead the defenders right to the ball, and he's lucky this one just fell incomplete.
Not fun here. 3rd and a lot. He'll look to throw. Taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. Tries to get that one down the field, but it is incomplete. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. And it's going to lead to 4th down. This will be returned from just beyond midfield. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50. Set up the offense with a short field. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. Now Pacheco loses the football.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it.
Remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
3rd down and 9. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. They'll talk things over before 3rd down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll find the rookie out of Iowa State, Jaden Higgins. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. The Chargers out to the early lead. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down. That's taken in. And he's going to have the Chargers first down. They wind up getting 13 yards on that 4th down conversion.
1st and 10.
This is quarterback play at its finest, is understanding and identifying the blitz before the ball is snapped. That's what allows him to get the ball out of his hand so quickly, throws it to his hot receiver in the flat, and he does the rest.
He's got it about the 8. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
Chargers.
They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal. From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal.
Great, set. Anyway,
They'll run with Robinson. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
It's a loss.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
Quick throw there on the RPO is broken up. There's no time to get the separation there. And the incompletion is going to bring it up 3rd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points.
And he can only get about half of what he needed. Down to the 3, and now it is 4th and goal.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
A 20-yard attempt.
Hardy's kick is good. And the Chargers will extend to a 10-0 lead.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 6. Back into the hands of Travis Etienne. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
A dive and a catch. Incredible. 12 yards on that hookup. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
So, Mike, you look back at the quarterback and you see that this ball is coming out of his hand and it's going to be low. And the decision's made. You've got to go down to the ground to secure the catch. First order of business. Your hands are between the ground and the ball, no matter what that looks like. And then once you secure it, you've got to roll, protect the ball, and under no circumstances can that ball move or hit the ground. And how often do we see a great catch overturned on replay? So it's not easy. You get paid to catch them all.
They'll look to throw again. He'll get this to Disley on the right. They'll get him up 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Chargers.
To the air one more time. The catch is made. This is Tucker Kraft. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Pittsburgh.
Red zone now. He'll drop to throw. Now he takes off. And he'll wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short game.
Here's 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. Moving to his right. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
It is brought in the end zone. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year.
The kick is good. Makes the score Chargers 10, Steelers 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Great, set. Trimmer.
A first down throw for Hurts. Short pass taken in by the tight end. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 36-yard line.
A second down throw for Hurts. That one completes to Brian Robinson. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 19 in the air. First down, L.A.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's going to be dropped underneath for Robinson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. These two in rhythm. 12 more yards and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
A run up the middle with Pacheco. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line.
Now Hurts. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. Hurts now. Forced out wide. Escaping the danger. Throwing and completed. And he'll be out of bounds. Down at the 20. Call it a gain of 13. And the Chargers have the first down.
20-yard line.
From the gun, here's Pacheco. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
Chris Jones on the stop. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 15-yard line.
Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their second. And they'll get together prior to the second down play. So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal.
32-yard
This
attempt.
just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here's Isaiah Pacheco. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
On the return, the Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Very good.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
A 9-yard loss.
That's the all-pro 3 years running, Chris Jones. He gets in for the sack. It took a while, but that is his first on the year. On second down, Hurts. That pass reels it in on the right side. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Third down.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. On fourth down, here's Matt Ariza to punt.
In punt formation.
Greg Dortch deep to return. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds.
At their own 25-yard line.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. That's swung out to Etienne. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 39-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. 1 first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball.
And he will score. Tucker Pratt. Touchdown Steelers. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
On play action, here's Hurts. He runs with it. And he's going to be out of bounds following a gain of about 5 on first down.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. Here's Hurts. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
And the Chargers.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. That's big Christian Wilkins in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year. Off the play fake, Hurts. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he will be out of bounds. There is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what that is all about. The task now, a really tough one. Third and very long.
180.
Hurts. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. There's a short one caught by Kraft. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
From the 48-yard line, here's second down and a yard. Up the middle, here's Etienne. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
Back to throw. Rolling to the left. He's going to run it. And he's going to go into the end zone on an electrifying run. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That one is going to hurt the defense. He's looking to throw, can't find anyone, takes off, and Greggy takes it the distance for an exciting touchdown run.
And these are the plays, Mike, that just drive defensive coordinators crazy. He has all of his targets covered up, nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he gets out of the pocket, takes it all the way with his legs. He's just as dangerous with those feet as he is with his arm.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Robinson. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
31-yard line.
Set. 180, 180. Hey, watch the line, watch the wheel.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. This one complete to Higgins. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 39-yard line.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Hey, easy, 63, 63. Switch.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On play action, Hurts. Now a shot here, deep middle. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Hurts will try it again. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. They get 19 on that pass play. It's good for a Charger first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Hurts again. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll have first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played?
To the goal line and in. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Touchdown, Chargers.
Greg, how often do we say it's a one-possession game, but that's a two-part story? Part 1 taken care of right there with the touchdown.
All right, Mike, so they go down and they get the all-important touchdown. But only half the time is this truly a one-score game. They need this two-point conversion here to tie it up.
So now a big play coming here for the Chargers, who are going for 2.
The Chargers will line up for the two-point conversion.
On the zone read, he'll keep it himself. And he will get into the end zone for 2, and this game is tied. Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 20-yard line.
drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And he'll get 4 here, up to the 24-yard line.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Now they'll set up to throw. Got it with Smith in Jigba. And he's going to have the Steelers 1st down as this defense can't come up with the play they needed. They surrender a gain of 17 on 4th down.
Okay, ready?
This runs straight ahead for Etienne. He's inside the 25. And he will go all the way. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Steelers. That touchdown puts him in double digits. Now 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. The PAT up and good. And the Steelers go up by 7, 28-21. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here is 1st and 10.
Check it out. Tiger Swamp. Hey. No touch.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Hey, let's go. No.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by T.J. Edwards.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Etienne, and he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
Etienne, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here comes 2nd and 4.
Let's go now.
Once again, it's Etienne. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. That's a Steeler 1st down.
And a Steeler.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
65,
They'll drop to throw. That's to the end zone. It's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be second down now.
Second and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the gun, a give to ETN. And some good block with the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up third down. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down. He'll drop to throw. Forced to his right. And that is incomplete. Tucker Kraft was the intended receiver there. And it's going to be fourth down.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal. But nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Now pass deep from McLaurin. That is brought in. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their second. And they've got a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
To throw is Hurts. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. They're going to take over now at their own 34-yard line.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Now, faking the give, moving outside the pocket. Now, a deep ball looking for Brown. And he is out of bounds. That one good for 26 yards.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Rolling right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. That catch number 40 on the season for him.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. In the middle, Smith and Jigba with the grab. And he'll be taken down. We'll see if they want to use that final timeout or not, but things are pretty much spoken for.
It's 2nd and inches at the 10-yard line.
They'll look to throw yet again. He's going to tuck it, and this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
26-yard line.
Off the play fake.
A loss of 7 brings up 2nd and 17 at the 19.
The Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. They stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. Now a ball deep, middle of the field, and that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
3rd and long for Hurts. Again, working deep downfield. And that final throw here is intercepted. And now he loses the football. And it's going to be some points here at the finish line. This is a touchdown. They've fought till the end, but still will come up short. The final act now of this football game, the extra point. The kick is good, and the Chargers are able to cut the deficit to 10. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. And that's now 4 victories in a row as they continue to play as well as anyone in the NFL. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Good night from SoFi.
so try it again. Starting me over right back at the end.